In this video, I'm going to be breaking down your blood sugar because it is everything. You cannot do a carnivore or ketogenic diet without understanding what's going on with your blood sugar and your A1C. But before I go into this recycled video about your blood sugar, it's an oldie but a goodie, a goodie. I'm going to manage my electrolytes by using Jacobsen sea salt. It's supposed to be mycotoxin free. Just put it under your tongue and it absorbs quickly through that membrane under your tongue. But check this video out, all about blood sugar. Welcome to my very humble channel where I like to do the deep dive on how to optimize your health with low carb diet. Let's talk about how to use this blood sugar testing with your glucometer and ketones, but let's really focus on the blood sugar to know how to stay or how to get into ketosis. Number one, I love this chart. I've looked at many charts. This is my favorite chart because it's colored and it gives you a visual to sort of ponder on. But what you want to do is use a glucometer in the morning, every morning, on an empty stomach. That would be considered an objective time to test. Now, I've gone over several times what green means and light green and avocado green, dark green, but today I'm just going to talk about how to utilize this darn glucometer. And I'm just like trying to think where I put that new sponsor, but I'm going to do another video about that. You want to test every morning on an empty stomach for 4 weeks, every day. And if you're freaked out, 5 days a week, but really it should be 7 days a week. When you're lying in bed, you open your eyes, you tilt your head up, you get your glucometer, and you test on the sides of your fingers your blood sugar. We want to see what your blood sugar looks like when you're sleeping, or while you were sleeping. Your blood sugar should not be high. Now, people believe in the DONS phenomenon, but in my experience working with thousands and thousands and thousands of people over the years, the DONS phenomenon of very high glucose is coming from poor sleep, stress, insulin resistance, histamine, or sugar. If your blood sugar is up in the late 90s to hundreds, that's not DONS phenomenon. That is dysglycemia. When you're eating carbs, I get it. Your blood sugar can be over 100. But if you're not eating carbs because you're doing a ketogenic, omnivorous, or carnivore, high-fat carnivore, your blood sugar should be between 75 and an 83. If you get up into the 90s, what is going on? This is not just a normal cortisol dump of glucose from the liver reaction. This is dysglycemia, the inability to balance your blood sugar in the middle. That's what it's about. Okay. Note, every morning on an empty stomach, if your blood sugar is running up in the 90s, 80s just means you're not in ketosis. 90s, it's a problem. Over 100, forget about it. That's not DONS phenomenon. That is the DONS phenomenon with dysglycemia. That's just not like, ooh, cortisol, I'm going to get up and go. Because out of all the consultations I do, it's very rare that somebody wakes up and wants to like ants in the pants and the need to dance. They're like dragging out of bed. You also want to test your blood sugar 2 hours, not 1 hour, 2 hours. 2 hours after eating something. This is giving you an objective time or snapshot of you eat something, your body's always going to release cortisol. So don't be tripping. Blood sugar is always going to spike within the first 30 minutes to an hour of eating something. I don't care if it's just fat. It's going to spike. And then it goes into the second hour. It should drop down to a ketogenic number between 75 and 83, or back to that fasted number that you had in the morning. If you're testing in the afternoon or evening, you want it to drop back down to a ketogenic, healthy, sweet spot range. Okay. As you know, the sweet spot ranges are between, and I'm not talking about your hemoglobin, the very, very top number. I'm talking about milligrams per deciliter or your millimoles in comparison. 75, 4.2 to 75 to an 83, which takes us to about a 4.6. 75, 83. Now, if you guys are testing for allergies, you want to test a lot. 10 minutes before, 30 minutes, 1 hour, every 30 minutes up to the second hour, because it's like using a continuous glucose monitor. You want to see if it goes up and goes back down, or does it just completely just skyrocket? And if you don't want to test that many times, test 10 minutes before you eat something and up to 2 hours later. And if you're over 10 points, you have histamine. That, my people, is a histamine, because after 2 hours, your blood sugar is supposed to drop back down. That shows that insulin is working properly. If you're not eating carbs, why is your blood sugar skyrocketing? Something to think about. So every 30 minutes up to the second hour that you would test, 10 minutes before and up every 30 minutes, or just 10 minutes before and 2 hours later. If you want to test to see if your workouts are jacking up your adrenals and you're releasing too much cortisol, then you're going to test 20 minutes after you stop working out. And if it's higher than your fasted number, your body's not happy. If it's rising, I mean, it shouldn't rise at all. It should technically drop if you have nice GLUT4 receptors that are going to uptake that glucose and use it. It's not sticking around in the blood. The body's actually using it for energy. Yeah, that's what we want to test. You can use this glucometer to test for allergies, to test your workouts. You can wake up, if you wake up all the time, 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, test, because you might have dysglycemia or hypoglycemia in the middle of the night. You can also test your blood sugar in the middle of the day in that sleepy period. Yeah, really good to test your blood sugar. Now, if your blood sugar is running too high, you can't get into ketosis. The body is not going to compete between ketones and glucose. It's going to choose this one or this one, not both. People have a hard time understanding this when it comes to testing their ketones. They're like, oh, my ketones are fine. I'm like, well, you're not using them because the blood sugar is too high. Blood sugar, people can make the ketones and they can just go into the toilet, literally pee them out. You're going to either use ketones or you're going to use glucose. If you eat too much protein, you're not going to be in ketosis. You're going to be using the glucose, because excess protein converts back into glucose, like through gluconeogenesis, and you feel tired all the time. I clock people, oh, I feel great. I'm good. I don't have low energy, but then they don't work out. Or they dip a little bit. I'm like, no, understand the dips. Ketone production is very important. 1.8 to 3.0. Now, if you're at a 1.5, I don't hate it. But the sweet spot, that nice spot, sweet, ironic, is between a 1.8 and a 3.0. If it starts to get too higher ketones, you're just not using them. It's not dangerous, just not using them. And if they're too low, you're not making enough. And if you use a urine strip and it turns purple, you're losing them. That's why blood glucometer is so amazing. So you can use a glucometer for histamine. You can use it for to see if you're making ketones. You can see if you have dysglycemia, if you're tired in the afternoon with reactive hypoglycemia or postprandial hypoglycemia after you eat something in the middle of the night, or just like you're stressed out of your freaking mind and you're curious. Is my blood sugar too high to be in ketosis right now? Is that why I'm hungry for sugar? Am I craving sugar? Am I craving sugar? Because my ketones suck. But the ketones, that's a whole nother video. Thought I'd do a little quickie on talking about that stuff. I'm going to do more videos about this because I think understanding your blood glucometer is vital. Not farms. It's vital. It's super important. And you don't need to test all the time. You just need to test for the first month, because people can overtest and get like testing addiction. This true story, like serious test addiction. Now, I've been working with people for 12 years, and most of the time we've used that. As soon as I learned about glucometers, if you go back through my video catalog years and years and gobbles of years ago, we were all using that for my coaching. So I've got notebook after notebook after notebook of data from using glucometers, and it is shocking the details I've learned. And the red thread that makes us very similar, what makes us similar, what makes us different, what spikes the blood sugar, what drops the blood sugar, what actually dictates if I'm in ketosis or not. Because it's not just the blood. You also have to have the symptomology. That's a whole nother video. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. It's so crazy because I was editing a whole video about bone broth and collagen, and I accidentally hit the delete button, and all my edits are gone. So I had to make a quick video right now. And this is the one, but it's still a good one. Yeah, lots to learn about how to be healthy. I am 55, literally going on 56. I've been doing this forever. I've been doing this for 16 years. No carbs. You can go back to my catalog and see the body, how I've aged or how I've anti-aged. I've aged. It's so weird. I've aged and anti-aged at the same time. Of course, I'm getting older. Skin is getting looser, but not by much. You know, it's not by much. It's not by much, but it's there. It's not by much, but you can see the inflammation on my face go down, and that's by being in ketosis. That's where I prefer to be. You could do low carb, high fat, or you could use the carnivore diet as a way to, on the short term, get the inflammation down. But the point is to learn how to do it the right way without injuring yourself. And that's what my whole thing is about. And no matter how you guys are confused about the protein, the fat, how many carbs, the fasting, the ice baths, all this kind of frackery. If anybody makes this stuff, or the fruit with carnivore, like you can't make, you're not pooping, and like people are normalizing this nonsense. And if things sound too good to be true, and they are, always question things. Question me, question everyone. If it's so easy to lose weight, if it's so easy to feel amazing on these diets, why don't people look amazing who preach about it? I'm just saying, you know, people are like, oh, but they showed this person said this or showed that. You can hide anything on the internet. That's why I'm not even testing my blood sugar right now. What is the point? I would test my blood sugar. It would skyrocket because, like, I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go mow 2 acres on a Barbie doll 12-year-old push mower because I don't have a sit-down mower yet, because it's hot now. And if I start mowing it now, I mean, I'm going to you dehydrate yourself so easily on carnivore diets, keto and carnivore diets, because there's no carbohydrates going in. You're losing water, you're losing minerals. You have to balance those electrolytes. Yeah, even an imbalance of your electrolytes will make your blood sugar wonky. It's crazy. There's so many moving parts. And even I become affected. I've popped out several times because of stress. And for those who don't know, I moved from California to Tennessee. I have now 4 massive animals, 2 horses, 2 donkeys. And I'm building a house. And I'm helping my mom all at the same time. Oh, and I'm writing the challenge. Get ready for the challenge. The sign-up dates will be in September. I'll release the actual date once we get closer. And I'm out. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. If you need a consultation with me to help with that, to get you in ketosis, or to help any inflammation that you have in the body, or whatever you need, I'm your girl. Also, I have a course right now. It's a $15 month 2-month subscription based. And then the 30-day challenge is a one-time 30 days, but that's coming soon. All this information is going into amazing documents. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. Yeah, it's Ketogenic. I have this stupid name, Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook is Stephanie the Business, as in the body business. Stephanie the Business Person. And your girl is out because I need to go get my grass-fed beef liver. Right now, I ran out of some, and I can't not have liver. Y'all need to watch my liver videos. In fact, go to the next video. But I'm going to post over there, or both sides, videos on my old blood sugar videos for you guys to access, where I describe more of what to look for. And I'm out. Peace.